What's going on, everybody? Justin here with Everything Aquarium, back with another video. This is going to be, yes, the long-awaited Geophagus video that I've been promising you. I told you I'd have it out last week by like Friday or whatever. It's Monday now. The video won't be out today. It'll be out Monday. This Monday that we're in right now. It just took a little bit longer to get the tank set up, a little bit longer to get the fish all settled in and everything. And I wanted to make sure that they were, really comfortable before I made the video, and I wanted the tank to look, real natural and whatnot. It's definitely natural right now. It needs a water change for sure, but I'm trying to wait, close to that week mark, just to make sure all, everything's good and cycled before I mess with it, because it's not like it's, has ammonia or anything in it. It's just got, a decent amount of tannins in it, and just some crap floating around, some suspended particles in the water that I want to get out of there. But it's not really bothering anything right now, so I'm going to leave it alone. And yeah, I'm going to focus on the species really, show you a little bit about the tank. But the fish itself is amazing. So yeah, let's jump over there. I'll talk more about it here in a minute. Thanks for watching, guys. Alright guys, here we are. I hope that B-roll kind of worked out as good as I expected it to. Hope that looks good for you guys. Check them out, just fed them. Letting them kind of pick up the scraps. That way we can check out the tank and check out the fish. So anyways guys, this is a 55-gallon freshwater tank, obviously. I'm running a Fluval Aquaclear, Aquaclear 110 and Aquaclear 50. A nice little Marineland power head, just a generic 300 watt heater. Water parameters are all really simple. My water's a little bit harder here, so I'm going to kind of just leave it stable rather than trying to change it. The pH is right around neutral, I'm pretty sure. Temperature I'm running right now is about 78, 79 degrees, which is perfect for these guys. These guys are good from anywhere like, I'd say like 76 to 82, somewhere around there. They are a tropical fish, of course, so they need a heater. Great fish, Geophagus savini, like I mentioned earlier. These are a newer subspecies, so they are not, a 30-year-old Geophagus in the hobby or however long they've been in. But these guys are super cool. I have 5 of them. They're all about 2 to 3 inches in length, and they're eating well. They're taking all types of food. They are sand sifters as well, so you have to have the sandy substrate in there. They'll suck up the sand in their mouth, sift out small particles. Usually they sift out some types of crustaceans when they're in the Amazon over there in Brazil, and they'll suck them up and spit it out through their gills, whatever they don't want, usually the sand. I'm trying to get that on video, but I gotta let them finish all these pellets first, and then you'll be able to see it. Like that guy back there might do it. Yeah, he'll get it, a mouthful of it, kind of swoosh it around in his mouth, find all the particles he wants out of there, and then spit it out. So let's talk about the scape a little bit. Here is a piece of driftwood. I'm not exactly sure on it. I'm going to say it's Mapani, probably. Correct me if I'm wrong. I just say that because it has like the 2 colors on it. I had to float that for like 4 days to get it to sink. It's still releasing quite a bit of tannins. As you can see, the water does have a slight tinge to it. Sorry for all these bubbles too. I'm running CO2 and I don't want to shut it off to disturb it. I should have waited till it was on, but oh well. Anyways, I'm running CO2. Matter of fact, about that CO2, I'm running that small tank that I was running on the 20 gallon, and I mean, This is my current bubble count right now. Yeah, it's crazy, and I can still come over here and it's my drip drop checker, excuse me, it's not even, it has a slight tinge of green, not even changed from blue yet. So I'm gonna probably have to get a bigger tank. I got this giant diffuser in there, if you can see it. Probably not. It's like a 30mm diffuser, probably a little too big honestly, but I got that set up in there and it's working out well. It's diffusing well. It's all going up there, getting pushed back down all the way over to here, so it's got to be diffusing quite well. Anyways, let's go back to the scape. Here we got some lava rock in here. The bigger rocks are actually maple rock is what it's called. I picked it up just at my local fish store for a couple dollars a pound. Wanted to check that out. I got them covered up anyways, but yeah, they're pretty cool rocks. I like them. We got some Java fern there, and there. That might be fishtail Java fern if I'm not mistaken. It's got that nice V cut into it right there. So, and then I got some type of crypt. I don't know if it's just crypt Granddaddy green or something specific like that, but it's not doing the best in here. You know, it's not really planted. It's kind of just sitting down into there, stuffed in. So it's not going to hold up forever. But I didn't really have anywhere else to put it, so that's why I decided to do that. Shout out to the Waterfront in Utah. Those guys are great. Those are from them. Let's see, moving on to the Christmas moss. I got Christmas moss wrapped around that rock with some fishing line, some wrapped around the driftwood there on the left side, and then all the way up to this Anubias coffeefolia. I don't know exactly what the subname of it is. Coffeefolia, something like that. And then over here we got some Anubias congenesis. I don't know exactly how you say it either. I'm not very good at pronunciation of plants. I kind of just do my research on them and buy them, and hope I have great success, you know. Anyways, other than that, that's pretty much it. It's really a basic setup. I'm gonna add some more fish here shortly. I got some autosinkless kind of cycling over in another tank, going through their quarantine. They're kind of hard to feed right now. I don't think I originally had bought them from the best batch of autosinkless, so kind of trying to get those guys to eat, and then we'll throw them in here to make sure we keep that algae down. Let's talk a little bit about what I'm dosing in this tank. I'm not really dosing much. I really don't need to do it at all probably, but I'm doing Flourish by Seachem. I'm doing that once a week, whatever the dosing rate is for, I think it's 1 capful, treats 60 gallons, so I do a little less than 1 capful. And then I'm going to do Flourish Excel every other day, just to make sure the algae really stays down, because I don't want to deal with algae in this tank. I really don't. Once I decide to add the autosinkless, I may skip out on that Flourish Excel, because I am injecting carbon, so I don't necessarily need to add more carbon, but it never really hurts. And then I dose with iron as well from Aquarium Co-op. So I'm very excited about this tank. It's got a lot of potential, especially these fish. These fish will grow up to 5 inches. You know, they're a great fish. They will breed in the aquarium. I don't know exactly what their breeding specific needs are right now, but I know that they like to lay on like a flat piece of slate of some sort, maybe putting it in like the corner of the tank. They're not ready for that yet. I still want them to get used to their tank and get everything set up. And there you can kind of actually see them picking through the sand now, which is very interesting. It's cool. It actually keeps your sand really nice and clean. And they'll definitely find every bit of food if there is one. Another cool thing about when they sift through there, they kind of create this pattern. If you can kind of see, it's trying to line it up here, but you see how the sand is all taken away from the edge of the glass? It's like that all the way around the back, all the way to the back, all the way to this side as well. So they must be getting into the corners, sucking the sand out and dropping it over, you know, more toward the end of the inside of the tank. And that's interesting too, because they create kind of a cool pattern in the sand. You can tell they've been here by their pattern they make. It's just a bunch of divots and indents. So this tank is doing very good right now. Like I said, it does need a little bit of a water change, maybe a cleanup. It's kind of hard to keep the sand off the rocks and whatnot, because they will pick that sand up and spit it right out wherever they feel like it. But that's not really going to bother anything. It's just more aesthetic. So I'm kind of just letting this tank be. All I've really done is dose it. I haven't messed with it at all. I want these fish to feel completely comfortable with me, which They do pretty much so far. They come up to my hand. They don't run and hide when I, you know, come up. They get a little spooked at the camera, but that's okay. They'll get used to it after a while. Anyways, yeah, these guys took quite a while to settle in. You know, they did come from Florida. This is one of my first batches of fish I've actually ordered. I've always just gone to the local fish store, but it was quite hard to find these guys. They were a little bit pricey. I wish I would have waited like a couple more days because they went on sale, actually, or they just dropped in price. I got these guys from Imperial Tropicals out in Lakeland, Florida, which they are a great company. I recommend them 100%. They worked with me well on ordering the fish. You know, shipping was great. They got shipped in a, you know, cardboard standard package. They were all individually packaged, which I can appreciate that as well, which is nice. I actually have the packaging down here in my garbage can from the other day. So they got shipped double bagged like that. So huge shout out to those guys. Let's talk about some future plans for this tank real quick. Sorry if this video is so long, guys. I just wanted to really make this a quality video, but this is where I'm going to end it off. My future plans, we're going to eventually upgrade everything to a 150 gallon tank, which I'm hoping to pick up soon, which will go along this wall right here, kind of where this is, in replace of it, and I'll take this down. I'll rescape it probably, and we're going to add these in here, obviously. And my main goal is to, like I said, keep it South American style tank. You know, if we have to throw some other things in there, we do, but I'm trying to keep it South American specific, even like Brazil specific, maybe, if I can, if I get lucky. So I'm going to throw some Congo tetras in here. That's not Congo tetras, excuse me, Colombian tetras. That's kind of an idea. I want to do that in the 150, obviously. Geez, I just said I wanted to keep it from Brazil, and I'm talking about throwing Colombian tetras in there. Anyways, those are just ideas that I had. Some Colombian tetras, Congo tetras, some type of larger tetra. Another species of Geophagus, maybe. I got to do some more research on that, if they'll work well with other species. I'm assuming they would, but I really don't want them to crossbreed or anything. And then more plants, stuff like that. Want to work with this CO2 differently. I got to figure out a better way to do this, because that bottle is already halfway gone, and I set it up just a couple days ago. So yeah, guys, that's really about it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope my B-roll looked good. That's my first time doing that. And I hope you got a kind of a good species update on this fish. Oh, what I want to mention too, when I'm feeding them, right now I'm feeding them just a whole crap ton of variety of food. These are extreme, what do you call them? Extreme pellets from Extreme Fish Food. They're just like the Community Crave. I do feed them these every now and then just because I have them. This New Life Spectrum Ultra Red, because they do have a bunch of red on their fins and whatnot. And that seems to be bringing the color out a little bit. I'll feed them every now and then. Some flakes as well, like these, what do we got here? Omega-1 cichlid flakes. Those work out fine for them. That is meal free, which is one of my favorite foods to feed fish. I feed them frozen krill, bloodworms every now and then. I try to mix it up a lot. You know, I'm feeding these fish a couple times a day, so the more variety, the better. They'll be appreciative of that, and they'll show you by displaying their colors. But anyways, guys, I want to cut this video off here. It's probably already going to be like 15 minutes. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for updates on this tank. Go check out my Instagram at Everything Aquarium, where you can follow along with these guys as well. And we'll make an update video here soon. So that's it for now, guys. See you later.